Hey there, good looking. Listen, your hamstring muscles play a vital role in your daily lives. They support our posture, allow us to walk, run, climb stairs, squat, lunge, you name it. Whenever you move your knee or your hip, your hamstrings are working. However, these muscles can become really tight and prone to injury as we age. So what is the best way to stretch your hamstrings when you're over 40? Well, in this video, we'll explore some of my favorite ways to stretch your hamstrings and keep your body limber and healthy. Hello there and welcome. Hey, if you don't know who the heck I am, my name is PJ Wren and I've been a certified personal trainer, fitness instructor, and coach for nearly 3 decades. And this is where women and a few good men over the age of 40 come to work on living their fittest and fiercest life. I know I start the same way every time, don't I? But anyways, it's great to have you join me today. This is a video series that we call Ask PJ Anything. And it is here where my Patreon, Over 50 Fitness, and YouTube community can ask me questions regarding health and fitness. So if you didn't know, you can ask me. So there's a link down in the description below. It'll take you to a form, fill that out, and we may feature it in a future episode. All right, let's get busy here. We have a question from Brooks from Boston, and she asks, when I go do a hamstring stretch, so when she's lying on her back with one leg extended and the other leg straight up, I can't come close to straightening my leg, she says. Her leg shakes, and right away before she even begins the stretch. Now she knows that that's a signal to lessen up the stretch, so she does. She also states, clearly I'm tight. Is there an alternative, or is there a way to be able to do this stretch and baby step those muscles to want to participate? Hello, Brooks. I hear what you're saying. My hamstrings have never been that flexible either. And then add aging into the equation, and I too am finding my hamstring flexibility really starting to diminish. Now, just a heads up, it is a fallacy that, we must be able to touch our toes. Some people are just genetically gifted and have length in their muscles and their connective tissue, while others feel their muscles are more cement-like than pliable tissue, and then there's the rest of us that are in between these extremes. So first, I need everybody to continue stretching their hamstrings because hamstring tightness is serious and can lead to lower back pain and hip injuries, interfering our overall mobility. So let's explore some ways to stretch your hamstrings. Now, first off, before you stretch, it is ideal to do a bit of a warm-up to get the tissue warm, to get the hamstrings as well as the connective tissue warm. Now, this doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can simply walk around the house. That'll do the trick. Next, when you do stretch your hamstrings, make sure they don't shake, rattle and shake while you stretch. Now, Brooks mentioned this, and she's bang on by letting the stretch go when that leg starts to shake. You see, that shaking is your central nervous system thinking that you're going to overstretch the hamstring. And so it's telling the hamstring to contract to avoid future injury. The thing is, you cannot release a contracted muscle. So if that's you, loosen it up. And I also recommend, and for you, Brooks, to use a yoga tie or something similar to loop around the foot to hold the stretch at a tolerable length. The key to getting more length out of your hamstrings is to avoid overstretching the muscle. Now, if you're tight, the other leg that's not being stretched should stay bent with the heel close to the bum. You can also do a passive stretch like I'm doing right here in a doorway. This is a wonderful way to really relax and allow the hamstrings to release. I look quite comfortable there, don't I? The next stretch I recommend is called PNF stretching. PNF stretching, also known as proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation stretching, that's a mouthful. It's a more advanced form of stretching, and it relies on the body's own feedback loops to achieve better flexibility. PNF stretching involves contracting the muscle being stretched and then passively releasing and stretching it. It's this contraction relaxation cycle that stimulates the neuromuscular system and increases the elasticity in your tendons and muscles. Now, I found PNF stretching really beneficial for hamstrings. Now in the screen here, I'm using a yoga tie and I'm contracting my hamstring by trying to bring my leg down to the ground while resisting it with a strap. You'll hold this for a few breaths, 5 to 6 seconds. And then from there, you'll see if you can draw the leg in a little closer to you and then hold a passive hamstring stretch, 10 seconds or longer if you can. And then repeat this cycle as often as you like. It's also important to note that stretching is not always the most effective or long-lasting solution to relieve hamstring tightness. Some of the biggest causes of hamstring or tight hamstrings are too much sitting, because your knees are bent and your hamstrings are in this prolonged, shortened position, or compensation because other muscles are weak and not doing their job. A big example here are weak glutes or hip flexors, and that's going to cause your hamstrings to work harder and tighten. And then overuse or underuse can also cause your hamstrings to tighten. As we age, it's more important than ever to take care of our bodies. And one way to do that is by stretching regularly, especially our hamstrings. Give the stretches a try and then come back and drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.